Yes, chef.
Great.
Yes, chef.
Oh, yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Good. Yes, Chef.
All right, welcome to Big Boy Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some Losers Lament Gumbo. And today we have sous chef Jake in the house. And he is, experienced Sacko. So we're going to take a look at this Losers Lament Gumbo. And he's going to know how to help us out. So the first thing we're going to do is make a roux. And that roux is going to be named after the biggest loser in almost the biggest loser in Carolina history, Matt Rhule. So our Matt Rhule roux will be made just out of a cup of flour and a cup of vegetable oil.
Love that. You gotta get your flour and your fat. Yeah, this recipe, especially the Matt Rhule aspect to it, was kind of the genesis of everything. And making a roux is not exactly the easiest thing. It's the basis of pretty much every Cajun dish. But I did kind of want to see Mitchell sweat a little bit over this one. So we'll see how much he's learned over this brief amount of time here. Nice even amount of flour, I love it.
That's cut.
Don't sweat the technique.
Yeah, it's not the heat is not on yet.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. That's the other thing about roux is that you can burn it super easy. Like there's a fine line between like it's not enough and then burnt. So.
That.
I'll say whatever you take out of the way, I'm more than happy to.
Yes, sous chef.
I was gonna say I'm a sous chef now. Yeah, I gotta get used to the yes chef.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. Am I in the or are you in the yes chefs? Or are you in? Or no, that was last year.
No,
Right? This is Max and Dad. That's right.
Yeah, I'm in Dad's stint with you.
That's right. Love that.
Okay, now we're done with this. So let's go that.
Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we can. It says I haven't turned the heat on yet, but it just says mixed. Is it a whisk?
I would whisk. From personal experience, I would whisk.
Okay. And it says medium high heat.
Yeah, for sure. What the idea of a roux is you're basically toasting the flour in the fat, just building up a bunch of flavor. But you also want to keep it in constant motion so you don't burn. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting TV here.
I was gonna say,
We'll have sous chef Jake bring over the camera.
Oh, that golden brown, love it. Yeah, you want it to be like an almost caramel. Is what is the idea for the roux.
Yeah, we're using emerald.
Emerald.
I wrote it wrong.
Yeah. And you say you used to watch Food Network. The original Food Network star.
Yeah, emerald says milk chocolate.
Yeah, for sure.
Or chocolate milk, one of the two. Is what it says.
And I can't wait to eventually add something and just be a little bang. This is the biggest part of this recipe. Like I said, you can't make this without a good roux. If you don't have a good roux, you don't have a good gumbo. It's a lot of patience though for this part, but it's like the hardest part, but it's the most important part.
So Jake, what's the consistency supposed to look like?
Yeah, so it's kind of like milky, I guess, for lack of a better word. You don't want it. You want it to be. We're reducing the. There's not any water in it, but you want it to be thick, but not like somewhere between like water and syrup. Yeah. Okay. But the color and the smell are the two biggest indicators. Yeah.
And it says 20 to 45 minutes to make it.
It really can depend. We might do a quick little a snap at some point.
Do you think?
Again, I want to make you sweat a little bit here. But no, as you know, it's very important to a franchise is how consistent your Matt Rhule is.
Yeah.
So how's it feel to be in the franchise of David Tepper right now, going from Matt Rhule to was there something between Rhule and Reich? Okay.
We had Wilkes interim.
That's right. Yeah, for the couple of games. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, that's why I said almost. That Rhule was almost the worst that we've had because we had Reich, who lasted all of 11 games.
I am shocked. I tell you that Reich did not make it as far as Ermeyer. When I heard that one actually got me pretty good. But yeah, no, it's there you go. Yeah, we're trying to get some bubbles now. Yeah, now we're making a Roux, baby. Love it. Perfect. Yeah, so as that starts to bubble, you're gonna start to smell the flour kind of cooking. And yeah, you want it to be. Yeah, you want to. We'll know we're getting there when we start to see some caramelization happen. Oh, I love that smell. That smells so good. Yeah, it's constant motion. This is the least fun part, but it's most important.
Well, then most of the cooking the rest of the time is just sitting there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Again, I didn't want you to have to. Yeah, 20 to 45 minutes felt like a good amount of time for you to actually work. The rest of the time is just you're making a nice soup.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you're in the kitchen now, baby. I mean, we're bubbling. We're having a good time here. Okay, so now, I love your ideas for your ingredients. We'll go into those a little bit, but some building blocks for good gumbo. Obviously, we have our Cajun Trinity over here with the celery, onion, and green bell pepper. Has some andouille sausage. Love a good andouille. I got some chicken in the fridge ready to go. My favorite iteration of gumbo is like a sausage and shrimp. However, but Mr. Senor Legassi is obviously has a lot more experience in this, so we will definitely trust in him for this one. Anyway, 3 onions. That's a lot of fucking onion. I realize that, and so
it makes sense though, because like the celery is pretty strong.
That's true.
And the onion is gonna lose a lot of that flavor to come out.
Yeah, true.
So it's not gonna actually be too overpowering.
No,
and the bell pepper is just for
vegetable. Yeah. Taught Chef Mitch a lesson last night going over the ingredients list. The Cajun Trinity is again celery, bell pepper, and onion. Whereas in French cuisine, you'll find that your aromatics are celery, onion, and carrot. For Cajun cooking, because green peppers grow a lot easier in the swamp than carrots, that's why they got green bell peppers. And as I referred to a couple of times, that's known as the Cajun Trinity. And when you're making it, it's called another French word. It's Mirepoix. So when you actually get it cooking. Oh yeah, we're getting some color in there now. It looks good now. Look at that. We're getting there. Yeah, it's not quite milk chocolate, but it's like a caramel sauce, I would almost call it at this point. Oh yeah. That smell is so good too. You can smell that flour.
It's starting to thicken up a little bit.
For sure. You're probably probably cut the heat a little bit at this point. Yeah, I really get the box. Oh, that looks great. Yeah, you're almost there. Oh, that smells so good too. Rachel, look at you. You're doing it. Better Roux than that Rhule. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing we're using that Rhule for a pun, because anything we do with Frank Reich, but probably
right.
not.
Yeah. A little bit. There's definitely a different tone to it for sure. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. I think take it off the heat. Keep stirring it a little bit more just to get the last little bits off of it. Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, so good. You made yourself a Roux. Get the camera one more shot in here now that we're off the heat. Oh yeah, see that steam coming in there, fogging up the lens. Love to see it.
All right, so
nice job, chef.
the Roux is done. I'm gonna put that over there, and we're gonna start making this actual gumbo.
Love that.
So we've got our Roux in there. Now we're gonna add our onion, celery, garlic, bell pepper, cayenne, and sausage.
Love that.
And then we're gonna cook that
Now,
for 5 to 7 minutes.
Are you a garlic guy or are you a fresh garlic guy?
We have garlic.
Okay. But for big recipes like this, I would absolutely go with garlic. Yeah. So general.
It's a significant amount of garlic. But I'm gonna,
Oh yeah, you want to get slapped in the face with garlic. I love it. Another question, another garlic question for you. So first of all, yeah. So are you exclusively garlic, or will you ever use fresh garlic?
We have, but I think that like if we have this, if it calls for mince,
Yeah.
we just go jar.
Gotcha.
If it's like fresh chopped
shade,
or
whatever,
shade,
yeah.
something else, then
Okay, that makes sense. So one of Sarah's big most used purchases is she got a garlic press, which we put a full clove in, just squeeze it, and it essentially minces the garlic for you. But yeah, for a big recipe, like for a big amount like this, I would absolutely go garlic. And second question, so I don't know what the recipe calls for, but in a recipe where you're needing garlic, do you actually put in the amount it says, or do you is it? If something calls for 1 clove of garlic, I'm putting at least 3 cloves of garlic in there.
No, I usually follow the recipe.
Okay.
I am much more of a baker than I am a cook.
Okay, fair enough.
So like if there's a recipe, I will feel a little like it has to be that.
Sure. So I am the opposite. When I'm baking, I will generally follow a recipe. When I'm cooking, I will go off script.
Christy, what were you trying to say?
It smells like something's burning.
It's the Roux. We're good.
Yeah.
All under control. I appreciate the concern. No, but Mitch did a really good job though. It does smell like burnt popcorn. It does kind of add that smell to it.
Alright, hang on. I'm just gonna add this.
I'll say yeah. Spice is another thing. Spice I find that
So this says over here. Sorry. This says half a teaspoon of cayenne.
Half a teaspoon.
Plus more to taste. So
Okay.
this one like when somebody says that something like that, so specifically like more to taste, I just usually just do a heaping of whatever they say.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna dump that right there.
Yeah.
So all mixed in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Probably add just a tiny bit more.
So
Because it's gumbo and the stock is gonna
Yeah.
take a bunch of that.
I found that my spice tolerance is higher than most. Not to say that I did not cry when facing the bomb to be continued later, but yeah, there have been times where Sarah's been like, Jake, I can't eat this. It's too spicy. I'm like, oh, my bad. So yeah, for recipes when spice is involved, I would generally follow the recipe for that, and then I can add more later. So I always feel like.
So we are now ready to add our ingredients to the roux and then cook them. And then after that we'll add the broth and get it simmering. So in this large bowl here we have our trinity, like Jake was talking about before, plus our garlic and our cayenne. We've got this is Losers Lament Gumbo. So these are things of why my last year was so horrible and why I lost. We've got a couple bright spots in here: the celery and green bell pepper. That part was very small. Looking at this is a whole bowl of onions. Had a couple bright spots there. This is 3 medium onions chopped up, and their names were CEH. And then we've got our garlic and cayenne on top just to add a little flavoring. That's kind of the spice, that tang of how tough this punishment has been. So, we're gonna go ahead and just add this whole thing in here.
Perfect. Yes. Love getting Mirepoix going. It's already starting to sizzle just from the residual heat of the roux. Yes, chef.
And this isn't even on the heat, but it's already simmering a little bit.
Yeah.
And the last thing we're gonna add here is the andouille sausage, which is the meat. The meat of my season last season was really just the fact that I suck at fantasy football. So here we go. That is a full 1.5 pounds of sausage.
Gotta have the meat there.
And we're gonna go ahead and put this back on the heat.
Perfect.
And stir it up a little bit.
Yes. Oh my god, it already looks so good, dude. I say you just smother everything in that roux. Let that, as everyone would say, let the flavors get all happy. Oh yeah, dude, you're fucking killing it right now.
So it says 5 to 7 minutes for this. So we're just gonna let that. It says stir occasionally, so we're
I
gonna.
think your heat is off. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to let you know.
Residual to start.
Exactly. I just want to let you know. Look at you picked up some things.
Well, I've unfortunately burned many things on on the electric stoves, and while I want gas stoves because it's easy, and it's so nice to have that instant flame and everything. I think our next thing that we would get would be induction.
Yeah, I've
and
heard
everything else.
Sarah wants induction real bad now too. No, we in our apartment back in Buckhead, we had gas stove, and I love that thing. It's great until your future wife catches herself on fire on the stove, and that was not fun. But luckily no one was hurt. It was very quick I probably rushed it a little bit too fast. I probably got more burned than she did during that entire thing. But yeah, that's the only problem with open flame is that it's open flame.
Yeah, and cleaning gas stoves can be a little bit more tough.
That's true.
And the induction, you don't have to, even if you drop something on it,
right.
It's not going to burn.
Which is crazy. I don't understand how that works.
It's magnetic field.
No,
I can teach you something today.
I mean, go for it. I understand the general principle, but electromagnetism, fuck that shit. Like physics 1, I could kill that. Physics 2 can get out of my life forever. The things you can't see make, and I understand that I'm saying this as a chemistry or chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Like a lot of chemistry, which also I guess you can't see. But at least in my mind, it makes much more sense than electromagnetism. That shit's crazy. Oh my god, this looks so good. Look at you. You are ruling this kitchen right now. Heyo.
So we're gonna after we get this with the broth and we get it simmering, we're gonna take over Jake's old podcast.
That's right. Throwing it back.
And we're gonna watch the SEC championship game in the background.
Yeah.
I think the last 2 podcasts that we've done, we've watched at least some football game.
Yeah, we had football. I think we
did NBA ones.
Yeah.
So we'll have something on the screen to distract us every once in a while, make it really hard for y'all to listen to.
Love that.
And then but we'll also do some weekend observations.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
From Jake's wedding. I don't know if we want to wait for when Sarah gets back.
That's a good question. I will. I'll ask her and see if she wants to be in that. I'm sure that she would enjoy it. I forgot about that. But yeah, we can certainly wait for one of the segments that if we need to.
Sure.
The rest of them we can certainly have a lot of fun with. Oh my gosh! I wish you guys could smell through that camera. It smells so good. Like the spices from the andouille, the Mirepoix. Oh my god, so good. Love that. This is a Cajun gumbo right here.
All right, so we're close to 5 minutes here. I'm gonna give it a couple more stirs.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna add in the. Go ahead and add in the broth.
Perfect. And as the proper Losers Lament Gumbo goes, I guess the you might say that the chicken stock might symbolize your tears throughout this entire process too.
Sure. No. There's a whole gallon of it.
Exactly. So. Oh my god. Okay, so here's your real test of interesting Cajun lesson that I've learned. So as far as adding pepper, somebody asked how much pepper, or I asked we took a cooking class one time. I asked a Cajun chef how much pepper I should add, and he said just start crunching. And I said, at one point I said, okay, my arm's starting to get tired. I said, that's when you're done. That's how much pepper you put into a Cajun dish.
Yeah, it actually says.
The actual amount that Emerald.
It only says 3 3/4 teaspoon.
Get the fuck out of here. Teaspoon. No, you want some pepper. That should be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna add some salt.
Oh, you gotta add salt. Glad to see Kirkland represented in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Love us at Costco.
I mean, we live right behind one.
That's true. You guys are even closer than we are to the Commonwealth one now. Perfect. So you can always add more salt later.
Yep.
Love that.
And I'm gonna toss in a couple Bayleaves here.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Chef.
Yes, chef. Perfect. Get those bad boys dunking. Now, I don't know if this actually, it might just be an old wives' tale. Now, that's another thing. I always thought, so this might just be me growing up in the country thing. I definitely thought the saying old wives' tale was old wives' tale until maybe a year ago. And Sarah Conley's saying that. I said, no, it's definitely old wives' tale.
Correct.
No idea. I definitely thought that was old wives' tale. But anyway, transition. An old exactly. An old wives' tale that I heard was that eating a bay leaf, like the actual eating of a bay leaf is bad for you. I have no idea if that's actually true or not. But I'm always taking my bay leaves out of whatever recipe, whether it's spaghetti or like a ragu.
I think that's yeah. I think once it's done, like you don't serve it.
Correct. No, but I don't know if that's like for it doesn't taste good, but from my understanding was it was actually bad for you.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Something to Google later. This looks good, dude. Look, you see all that color? That's from your roux you put in there. Obviously, the stock has a little bit of it, but yeah, look at that. That stuff looks so good. Oh man, this is a gumbo right here.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of rice cooking in the rice cooker behind me here. So that'll be ready when this is done. And so once this gets up to boiling, we're gonna put it back down to simmer. Perfect. And we're gonna let that simmer for 2 whole hours.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's the one thing about it.
We'll make sure to keep the camera on for those 2 hours. So.
Low and slow, baby. Whether you're smoking something or making a good soup, that's the name of the game. Smash cut. So what do you think during this time has been, like, what have you learned most about, like, cooking in general? Or is there a technique that you picked up on that you will plan on taking forward with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I'm still not good at peppers, at de-seeding peppers.
Okay, that's fair.
That takes me forever.
Yeah.
And Christy did this bell pepper earlier, just because I was running out of time. So it took her probably 5 minutes to do that. It would have taken me 20.
For a single pepper?
I for whatever reason I get like real particular about like how to get the seeds out.
Gotcha.
And, it takes me a while.
Interesting.
Or like getting the whites out or something.
I was gonna say, you're talking about like bell peppers or?
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean also like a hot pepper or something like that, but like that's mostly because they're just smaller.
I got you.
So they're like harder to get.
So alright, so now I'm very curious about your approach. So it's
but you can see it in a couple of videos.
Okay, there we go. I'm very excited to see that.
Bell peppers I did in Mongolia beef, which was just so long.
Link below.
Yeah, that's the first video that's on the channel. That's the 30. It's 35 minutes. It's way too long.
Gotcha.
I didn't know what I was doing video wise.
Sure. I mean, obviously that takes a lot of time just to learn.
Right. And
what you're doing wrong first.
And that one I actually did the GoPro on my head.
Yeah, for the looking down.
Yeah. So I thought that's how I was gonna do this whole thing. It turns out like it's just enough weight. And I'm already looking like this enough that it kind of hurts my neck, and it's just it also like is just a little too much movement. This is still not boiling. We're gonna just turn this heat up a little bit.
Now say again, low and slow. We put a gallon liquid in there, so it's gonna take time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I have a particular technique that I've taken.
Yeah.
I think I know more about proportions stuff now.
Gotcha.
Because like none of the stuff that I've had to do has been really technique oriented.
Yeah.
Except for the cannolis, I guess. But the cannoli, like, it wasn't really technique as much as it was just like the thing I missed was how do I roll this so thin that it doesn't like separate.
Right.
But also that has its like funny parts to it because they're so thick.
Right.
And it tasted fine.
Yeah.
It's just like a frickin' biscuit.
And
right?
it looked more like a taco than a cannoli.
Right.
A homemade stock is actually like clutch.
Right.
So I would recommend maybe doing that.
So I did a little research on the stock stuff because I was like, I want to make the stock.
No, I agree.
But when I was doing that, I found horror stories of people trying to take the stock and skim it, like separate it from the solids and the fats.
Sure.
And they just went on autopilot and put a pasta strainer in the sink and poured it down.
Yeah.
So then all the stock was gone.
And they just had the fat left over.
And then, the horror stories were I tossed my wife's 7-year master stock into the sink one time because I did that.
Woof.
And the first comment was, How's single life?
Oh man, that's rough, dude. Oh no, yeah. Luckily, yeah, never had anything like that happen to me. And Sarah's like,
Sarah, did y'all have a master stock, or do y'all make stock every time?
Just whenever. So we did like the best one that we've done, honestly. Well, we kind of combined the two. So we did a Friendsgiving last year, and she roasted the turkey. I really wanted to. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I wanted to do a smoked turkey for a long time. She's like, listen, since it's the first time, we're gonna do a full roast turkey, but you can do it. So I smoked just a turkey, like a bone-in turkey breast, and that was amazing. The roast turkey was really good, but the smoked turkey, I never had it. I chewed my own horn a little bit. I never had a better turkey. I've also never tried a fried turkey, so caveat there. But like better than any roasted turkey I ever had was this smoked turkey breast. So we had the breastbone from that and the full turkey carcass, and we made a turkey stock. After that, with all the Thanksgiving trimmings leftovers, made a stock out of that. So good, but Sarah knows what she's doing. But we have a stock pot that I think it's
it's
it's huge. And throw everything in there, water, vegetables, all that stuff in there, and then let it boil, and then she put it on low, and she literally let it sit there for over 24 hours, maybe closer to 2 days. Just letting that stock go. Oh yeah, we're going to get some foam, starting to get close to a boil here. That color is like spot on. This looks great.
Yeah. So what we do we hosted Thanksgiving for the first time this year.
Yeah.
And I used my dad's method for roasting. Okay. Which is we do stuffed. So cooked on the stove and then stuffed.
Correct. Gotcha.
And so it goes in for 20 minutes. And then you take a pack of cheesecloth and dunk that in a stick of melted butter and lay that over
the top. Interesting.
Cover the whole thing.
I've never heard of that. That's pretty
So then every 20 minutes after that you baste. And just return some of that fat and butter to the top.
You just put it on top of the cheesecloth.
Yep, and the cheesecloth holds onto it a little bit, and it makes the skin super brown.
I'm gonna have to put Sarah's parents up on that game. That's actually really good.
So that's the only way. I've never been a part of anybody else roasting a turkey.
Gotcha.
Other than doing it that way. You take it off 30 minutes before. Okay. And rebaste. Okay. And put it back in, baste again 20 minutes later, and then 10 minutes after that, you pull it out. And the skin is crispier. Yeah. You just had that 30 minutes to roast some more. I don't think that it comes out dry. I think that's what a lot of people associate with roasted turkey is dryness. Correct. I think smoked turkey comes out tasting drier, but not actually being dry. Yeah. Right. That's the difference. It's still
the bark is relatively dry, but after you get past that initial outside piece, then it's super. But it also depends on let me speak to my question. What's your brining situation?
We don't. My dad has never brined.
Not dry brine, not brine, nothing. Gotcha.
So it has it's salted butter on top. Gotcha. Right, and then there's nothing else on top.
Gotcha.
And then the gravy has some salt and pepper. Sure. And we make that directly from all that butter and everything else that's in the pan. That was hard. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. That was probably harder than making this, honestly. Gotcha. Because it's this enormous pan. Yeah. And you have to the whole thing.
All the scrubbing.
And at first you got to put just a little bit of flour in the corner to mash it a little bit. Yeah. So you kind of make a tiny roux, I guess.
It's really what it is. Yeah. It's just it's fat and flour. It's a different fat, but that's the same. Gravy is just a roux, and then you throw some butter in it, really.
Right. Yep. And so then we'll do this. We'll leave this here for 2 hours, and then we're gonna add in chicken, green onions, and parsley. We're gonna go for another 30 minutes. And then we should have something we can serve on top of some rice.
Love that.
Don't mess up your live audience.
Yeah, that's right.
Live studio audience.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to come in the shot?
Always.
You've been featured in every episode so far.
She's a star.
She is, you are. But you haven't been credited, so we need. Alright, so we have let this simmer for 2 hours. Now we're gonna add in the cooked chicken, the shredded chicken. So that's gonna go into that's gonna go into our gumbo here. And then we're gonna put in our third cup parsley and our bunch of green onions. Diced up.
Exactly a third cup of parsley.
Oh yeah, exactly a third cup of parsley. That's what the recipe says, so that's what we're gonna do.
Chef, everyone knows what he's doing.
Sous chef, let's go ahead and put that in.
Well, in full Emerald Spear, we gotta go BAM! And then we got all of our chicken going in. Hell yeah.
All right. Put these green onions in. Lost a couple green onions on the floor there. And our parsley.
Love that.
Give it a stir there, sous chef.
Little saucier take over. Yes, chef.
It's cooked down probably about 2 quarts already from where we were.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, probably pretty close to that. Yeah, I mean it's a lot. I mean you also been skimming the fat off the top too.
Yeah,
so.
probably have close somewhere, not a quart, but maybe a couple cups in here.
Oh my gosh, smells so good though. I think this is I'm a little bit biased, obviously, and you've had some help, but it was a sous chef this time. This might be your best performance yet.
I've had a sous chef in each of the previous episodes.
That's fair. You have a full-time sous chef in this one.
So rude.
I'm sorry. I forgot about. You have an unexperienced sous chef this time for sure, compared to the masterful Pretty Miller.
Good recover.
Yeah, keep saving of you.
She knows how to perform. Right at the camera.
Getting her SAG card in this one.
That's right.
That's a good girl.
Alright, so we're going to let that simmer for another 30 minutes, and then should be ready to serve.
Hell yeah. Alright, we about ready to serve, chef?
Yes, sir.
Alright, well, but first, some of Emerald's essence.
Give that a stir.
Yeah, a little stir in there. It smells good, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Emerald.
It's Cajun spices. It's all good.
It looks good. I gotta say, I mean, you've been coached along the process, but it looks fantastic.
Take a lot of credit for a sous chef.
Listen, I'm just little rice cooker.
Jake's BAM also was like quite a bit came out. I
A
saw
little
there.
bit. Well, you have to over exaggerate the band. The little peanut gallery in the back there. Thanks, Sarah.
Live audience has a question. Why did you use so much?
Was that intentional?
Submersible.
Look at that.
Okay, thank you, chef, for serving. We have a lineup of some hot one sauces here for the table. I think you, chef, have requested the hottest of them. That'll be personally for you. I think I'm gonna go for the Scotch bonnet. Chili. Let's see how this goes.
I'm gonna try it without.
Same.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. You can't have gumbo without a hot sauce. Well, let's see for some reaction shots here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh God. Chef, you got it on yourself.
Hot.
It is hot. It temperature-wise, very hot. But listen, no.
Would you rather a cold gumbo?
Exactly. You gotta have a hot gumbo. Everyone knows that. So we're checking back in with Chef Mitchell. We are approximately 5 minutes past unique garlic. How are we doing, Chef?
Yeah, still a little hot on the tongue. I felt it in the gums earlier. That was a unique experience. A garlic experience.
I was gonna say unique garlic experience. You might say, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're eating a little faster. I've noticed. Is that helping?
I want anything that'll get that out of my mouth. But this is very good.
Thanks for checking out the pod. Thanks to the Meisners for coming on this adventure with us. We'll do it again soon. And thanks to all the big boys for their patience. Like and subscribe so you don't miss anything new from Big Boy Media.